Love bombing.
Love bombing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Were there any red flags that you sort of ignored or that you explained away to other people?
No amount of attention, no amount of compliments, no amount of admiration is ever going to be enough for a narcissist.
Okay. This is so scary.
Tsholo, and I always say the first red flag is you as a victim.
How are you the red flag? Yo. Okay, I'm not judging, I'm just saying yo.
Hello everyone.
How are you? Thank you so much guys for tuning in. Welcome to the In-Betweens. We'd like to just take this opportunity to also just thank everyone for your continued support. We appreciate and we love you.
We see you.
Listen, don't forget to also comment on our comment section. My name is Tsholo and this is my friend Keletso. And guess what? Today we're doing things a little bit interesting, right? We're going to switch things up a little bit. So we're gonna role play.
No.
All my naughty girls will know what role play means.
Gosh, did you just take it there?
Okay, sorry. Alright, so we're gonna just switch things a little bit. I'm gonna be steering the ship this time around. So Tsholo is going to be the host.
Hello.
And Keletso is gonna be our guest.
I'm a guest today.
We're going to be engaging in a very sensitive topic today.
Very sensitive.
Very sensitive, right? Almost shocking, almost
Unsafe.
risky. And risky.
And the views we express on this topic, please don't use it to judge us.
Yes.
Don't use it to attack the people in your corner. Don't use it to diagnose people.
Anyway, and don't forget, we are not experts, okay? We are not experts at all. We are far from being experts. This, whatever that we're going to be speaking about today, it's literally going to be from our personal experience. Personal experience. So please don't take whatever that we're saying and then you go into now applying to your relationship and then, hey,
don't try this at home.
You know, Tsholo wanyesa. No, we don't want that. He's just dragged into the street through and through, right? Because either way, you know, this is South Africa, right? This is South Africa. We go through so many things. As I mentioned, I'm going to be the host. I'm going to be the one steering the ship and Keletso is going to be my guest. So there's going to be a couple of questions we're going to be engaging and there's going to be questions that are going to be, you know, posed to her. She's going to answer according to her lived experience. Yes. Are we good with the disclaimers?
I think we're good.
I think we are 100%. So everyone, today's topic is going to be surviving a narcissistic relationship. Because it's
So forgive us.
Authentically so. Okay. So friend, I just want us to, before we delve into the stuff that are going to be too hard hitting, let's just take it from the beginning, right? From the beginning, right? So I just wanted to understand something. Firstly, what made you feel ready to share what you're about to share?
Whew. Okay, let me start by sharing or disclosing that I am a narcissistic relationship survivor. And the reason why I feel ready and open to share my experience is that I have sat with it, I have researched it, I have cried, I have done therapy. I'm still working through the healing actually. You never really get there. It's a journey, right? And I believe this is what our space is about. Yes. So I've walked through my in-betweens of healing and I believe that I'm at a place where I can talk about it without being emotional, without being angry, without fighting. But now it is just to, I guess, it's more educational.
Yes,
in a way
definitely.
To say, look out for this because this is one relationship that almost destroyed my life.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. If the devil can't get to you, he will send a narcissist. And we all know the devil wants to kill, to destroy, and to steal.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we are here to just learn and make people aware, right?
Make people aware.
Yeah, and also talk. You're gonna take us through your journey of healing, and even you sitting here, it's going to be part of your healing journey.
Thank
to talk. What are the characteristics of a narcissist?
I'm aware that there are about 9 characteristics that are used to diagnose a person with narcissism personality disorder.
Okay. Wow.
Yes. And apparently they say if you have at least 5 or more, if you have 5 or more of these characteristics, of these 9 characteristics, then you may as well be classified as a narcissist.
Sure.
Okay. You think it's bad news or good news?
We'll see.
We'll see.
As the conversation unfolds.
Okay, I love that.
Okay.
I love that. Okay, let's get right into it.
Yes,
Right?
please.
Number 1, this is not in specific order, and I'll try to give examples where I can. Number 1, they have an inflated sense of self. A narcissist believes that they are better than everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just by existing, they don't even have to have a reason why they think they are superior than everybody.
So they are over and above the confidence level.
100%.
Okay.
Over the healthy confidence level.
Healthy. Yes. Thank you
Yes.
for clarifying.
Yes.
That. Okay.
I always say that sometimes when we praise our children, for example, my son struggled with low self-esteem in school because of how he had learning challenges when he was starting school.
Okay.
So obviously, in order to help him, improve on his self-esteem, he needed to get praise. But there's a thin line between like praising him and actually overpraising him,
Okay.
to a point where he starts to believe, hey, you know what? I am
The alpha and omega.
The alpha and omega. Thank you.
Okay, they have a God complex. Yeah.
This leads me to our example.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that because I know I was
Sure.
going to forget it.
Okay, yeah.
So I wanted to make an example, right?
Yeah.
So not only am I a survivor of a narcissistic relationship, I'm also a survivor of a cult. Yes.
Okay, this the plot thickens, people. Okay.
Yeah, things are
Okay.
escalating in here.
Wow. All right. Please tell us more, Chogi. We're not in a rush, people.
Right? We hope you have time in between us. Eh?
Chogi.
And-
Narcissistic cult.
Narcissistic and cult, same WhatsApp group. Somehow I think they all, if they receive some kind of a manual or like
Yes.
a playbook,
Okay.
it's from the same provider.
Ooh. And you all know that who that is, right?
Hello,
We all
we
know
won't
who that is.
name and shame anyone at this point.
Okay.
We are not trying to declare war with the enemy.
Yes.
But hey, he knows himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And somehow in a cultish environment, there's always going to be a leader. This is the alpha and omega, like you were saying earlier.
Yes.
This is the decision maker.
Yes.
This is the person who controls everything.
Yeah.
This is the person who's always right.
Yes.
You are not going to do something without running it past the person. He has to approve.
Oh.
So if he says something, it goes.
Yes.
Right? And this person, they tend to somehow demonize the world outside the cult.
Okay.
And this is what narcissists do, but then we'll get to it.
Yes.
They isolate. So the cultish leader is always going to isolate. I don't care which organization you are in that is cultish. There's always going to be that isolation aspect where he tells you the world outside is evil. The world is out to get you. You are safe here with me. I'm protecting you. I'm your protector. I'm your God. Pretty much. The narcissist pretty much has that.
Those traits.
Yes, he has that trait. It's one of the most defining trait of a narcissistic person.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Wow.
Things are escalating.
Hey, fast. Yeah, from 0 to 100. Okay.
That was a heavy start.
Hey.
We are so there in between us. We are so sorry.
Look at you. Okay.
Oh, we talked about how the narcissist believes that he's a god of sorts. He's the
Yes.
alpha and omega. And he is special. It's a privilege to talk to him. It's a privilege for them to even talk to you.
Lucky to be.
You are lucky to be in
the
there.
same air as them.
Thank you, because they breathe flavored air. It's a delusion of sorts. I think they're delusional in the sense that they believe that they breathe flavored air. For what reason, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. They don't even need a reason. Just by them existing, they are that amazing.
Okay.
Therefore, they want excessive amount of praise and attention and admiration because, of course, they are the everything.
Yes,
they are everything.
Yeah.
Yes. In a cultish context,
Yeah.
the leader will say things like, "Oh, I get special messages from God."
Oh.
This is how there's narcissism in cultish.
Definitely, I've seen the movies.
Yes, it all follows the same sort of patterns.
Yeah.
Because we look for patterns.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And therefore, because I'm this amazing, people have to see it. Everyone around me has to see it. And this leads us to the next point, which is they have they have a sense of entitlement. They believe that they're entitled to all this praise. They believe that people must serve them. They believe that you have to be able to see that they're this amazing, and every day you need to always be giving them an excessive amount of praise, admiration. You need to be all about them every day. And hence some of them will even cheat. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they are like a bottomless cup, in the sense that no amount of attention, no amount of compliments, no amount of admiration is ever going to be enough for a narcissist.
So they keep going and looking and looking and looking and destroying in the process. We call that a narcissistic harem. Yes, it's a term that we use. Yeah.
Back then, in the olden days, the kings had harems.
Yeah.
For example, he would have like a group of women or a variety of women that he gets to spend time with.
Yes.
You know, in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even have to be committed to any of these women. Maybe he'll have like a wife, which is their primary source of attention.
Yes.
They call it supply.
Yeah.
This is their primary supply, the wife.
Right.
This is built-in supply.
Yes.
This is the person who validates him every single day.
Yes.
But then also he gets to go out, because as a person, I mean, you're fighting a losing battle by being with a narcissist, because you're a person. There's gonna be days where you want that kind of admiration
and
from them.
You are depleted from the praises, always praising someone that doesn't even treat you right in the first place.
You actually said something very interesting.
It's gonna finish, man.
You're only a person.
Yeah.
And you also need it. It's a give and take in a relationship, but you're always gonna be giving.
Yeah.
The narcissist always wants to, we talked about control.
Right.
They want to control the narrative all the time. They always want to be in control and have a final word. In a way, they're always looking to control the narrative, how people see you, how people see them. And sometimes they'll even gaslight you. Yes. For example, a narcissist will hit you and he will say, and then the cops will come. And then when the cops come, he'll say, but baby, where are the stars? You know that I love you. I would never hurt you. Okay, you made me do it. Why are you the problem? Yeah. Now you start to doubt your own reality. So they gaslight, they manipulate and gaslight.
Yeah.
It's called crazy making.
Crazy, yeah, they make you feel crazy. Sure. Okay. In-between us is getting hot in here.
It's getting hot in here.
And we are not even in the cracks of the letter, but already I just feel like
we need a fire extinguisher. It's hot in here.
Yeah.
It is hot. The narcissist is setting us on fire.
My goodness.
Yeah. Another trait of a narcissist is that he likes to play the victim.
Okay.
He likes to play woe is me.
Okay.
Even in situations where he is the abuser, the villain.
Yeah.
Yes, then he will actually switch roles and be like, I'm the victim. Yes.
And it's normal. Like, that's how they're built. It's normal.
It's normal. That's how they're built. It's like a learned behavior of sorts.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like a learned behavior. Okay, this is not everything, but to summarize it, I'm going to talk about another one.
Yes.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Love bombing.
Love bombing.
Yes. A narcissist is someone that can fake love in order to gain the victim's trust.
Okay.
Especially in the beginning of the relationship.
So they shower you. Love bombing is showering you with everything that you...
Love bombing.
So, friend, let me just ask you about that one about love bombing, right?
Yes.
We ladies, and correct me if I'm wrong in between us, but we ladies, we like to, when we get into a relationship, we will tell our partner that, you know what, my previous relationship was like this, was like that, was like this, right?
Yes.
We all like to highlight all the wrong things that the other partner did. The previous partner did,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So if you are in a relationship with a narcissist,
yes,
correct me if I'm wrong.
No problem.
But he's gonna use everything that you've told him that you don't like, and he's gonna sort of switch or flip them and give you everything that you lacked from there.
100.
That would be part of love.
You're making it easy for him.
Yes.
He was gonna love bomb you anyway, but you just gave him the script.
My goodness.
And even listening to you and sympathizing, it's part of the love bombing, because he acts like he's sympathizing with you. He acts like he cares.
He's giving you everything that you want to hear.
He's giving you everything that you want to hear. You're giving him the script.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yes. That's why most dating coaches, they always encourage ladies to not overshare during dating, especially early stages of the relationship, because the narcissist can literally just take the script and actually start playing out the perfect boyfriend and actually turn around and abuse you later, because obviously when he plays the perfect boyfriend, you start to lay your guard down, no boundaries whatsoever, and he has his way with you and actually tends to destroy you at the end. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for highlighting that. In between us, please comment as well if you guys have any questions regarding the characteristics.
Yes.
Even if you're seeing something on anyone, just write it there, and then we'll see if we can help. Of course, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, we are not experts. This is just from lived experience.
Yes.
So, friends, before this, you're gonna tell us about your experience. Yes. Before we get to that, did you ever think there is such a thing as a narcissist before you even got into the relationship?
Not at all, my friend. I think the only definition of a narcissist I was familiar with was that this is a person who's always looking at themselves in the mirror.
Right.
And wants to look good on the outside, wants to be polished and is all vain and everything. But I got to understand that it's deeper than that. A person can love the mirror and have good looks and whatnot and actually still not be narcissistic.
Yeah.
Sometimes it means that you are insecure. I know in seasons where I'm not secure about how I look, I tend to spend longer amount of time on the mirror trying to fix certain things. It's not necessarily that I am a narcissist.
Yes.
People can have different reasons.
I mean, yes, I get you.
But then I realize that it's quite layered and there are so many facets to this thing called narcissism.
Sure, okay. Yes. And then initially, when we take it back now, we're gonna get into the meat of how her relationship was, right? Yes. But I wanted to ask you, what attracted you to this man?
Sure. Really, very nice question, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
And that's a very good question. I feel like as I'm sitting here, I'm also just reflecting.
Yes.
And it's even helping me to heal even more, even made me realize that there were certain things I actually never think about or thought about when I was dealing with all this. And to be honest, what attracted me to this man, I don't even think I was ever attracted to him to begin with.
Yeah.
I was drawn to him because he came as a person who wanted to solve all my problems.
Oh, the booming part now.
Yes, he had studied me before he approached. That's what most narcissists do.
Okay.
They will study the victim and check where the loopholes are in your life.
Yes.
And then come in the form of a man who is trying to close those gaps in your life.
Okay. This is so scary.
Oh my God. I'm sorry for traumatizing.
Okay. So he's like lurking in the woods, just waiting to pounce.
And they're patient, my friend. These guys are patient.
Hey!
These guys are patient. Goal driven.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and now, hence I was like, I don't think I was even ever attracted, because when you are there, literally, you just fall into the relationship, because obviously he starts by doing all these things that you always wanted your previous partner to do. Therefore, automatically you will just be in a relationship with a narcissist.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then that brings me to my next question, right?
Yes.
When you're looking back now, when you're sitting here, was there any red flags that you sort of ignored or that you explained away to other people when they asked you? Or you just trying to rationalize it in your mind?
Yes.
Was there anything that you like, this might be a red flag, but you just sort of ignored?
Yes.
Just like everyone in the relationship, you see red flags and then you just ignore
and override.
We have hope, right? As women, we have hope that this person will change.
Yes.
So did you go through that stage?
I did.
Yeah.
Every narcissistic abuse survivor will tell you that there were red flags.
Yeah.
They saw the red flags. And I always say the first red flag is you as a victim.
Okay.
This is gonna sound crazy.
Okay.
I think I was the first red flag in that relationship.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, this is a nice twist.
Yes.
How are you the red flag? Yo. Okay, I'm not judging. I'm just saying yo. Oh, I need a flag. I'm just saying that I keep on talking a flag.
Yo, give me the red flag. First, you'll put it in our background, and the other one I'll just wrap, and then you also wrap yourself.
Yes, so
have this red flag.
Yo,
close for what?
Okay, Tsholo, let's get into this red flags. Any red flags that you saw and you just ignored? Or
yes.
Yeah.
The first red flag was me, in the sense that I sought a relationship when I was at my lowest.
Okay.
Yes, I had shared a bit in the previous, in our introduction, that I'm someone who had struggled with mental health a lot. And at the time when I met the narcissist, I was still battling heavily with depression.
Yeah.
Therefore, what I needed then was not a relationship.
Yes.
I needed counseling.
I
needed prayer. Maybe I even needed deliverance.
Yeah.
And laying on of hands.
Yeah.
And my family, my support struck, my girls.
Yes.
But now what I did was I opened a door to a man when I was not okay. Most of the victims will tell you when I got with a narcissist, I was not at my best.
Yes.
And narcissists hate people who have boundaries or healthy boundaries and a healthy sense of self-love.
Yeah.
Because obviously they come in to exploit you, they're coming to abuse you, they're coming to break your boundaries, right? Therefore, if you are healthy and he tries to break your first boundary, you're gonna be like, what the heck? I'm out of here.
Yes.
You are healthy, right? And like, this is great, this is not love.
Yeah.
If you just met a guy and he buys you a car, which is also another one, love bombing was the first red flag.
Yeah.
I met this guy at the labs, and immediately after that, he's now helping me. I was on the laptop, and then he's behind me and he's like already saying, oh, let me help you with that. I'm trying to let me show you a shortcut. He was very good with computers.
Okay.
And then suddenly he's helping me with a laptop, and I'm like allowing him. I had no boundaries whatsoever. Therefore, after that, one thing leads to another. Next thing, we're walking together to my flat. We stayed in the same complex.
Yeah.
Next thing, we're walking back up together. He's walking me. And next thing, probably in a day or two, he was in my bed. Next thing, he was doing too much for me.
Yeah.
Next thing, he came to wake me up
Yes.
for school, and because I wasn't going to things, I was always in bed.
Yeah.
Therefore, next thing it had too much was done and said too soon.
Okay.
Speed.
But
in the relationship.
do they
Sometimes they don't even, they just do too much that you assume. And also that's a form of control because they do so much for you that you start to feel like you owe them.
Oh.
And you present yourself to them.
To leverage off.
Yes.
I see.
They will close all the gaps, my friend. Therefore, there was that love bombing. He did too much for me. A narcissist will buy you a car on your first date or second date. Okay, let me not push it. Second date, they'll show up with the car keys. Maybe you were in a relationship where your husband didn't do or your boyfriend didn't do things for you, and then you desire that. You really, really desire that. I remember when I got with him, I had just gotten out of a relationship also with my ex. It was still fresh.
Okay.
Therefore, I wanted him to see me. I remember I used to desire just being seen, to be seen by him. I wanted him to marry me. I wanted him to just treat me well. When I didn't get all those things, and I told the narcissist, therefore he wanted to close all those gaps, and he even started to promise me that he's going to marry me. This is called future faking.
Okay.
So they promise you that they're going to meet all your desires. The ones that they can meet now, they will. The ones that they can't, they'll promise next year I'm putting a ring on it. So that was the first red flag. Too much was done and said too soon. I didn't vet him. There was no vetting involved. I remember when I had expressed that I'm someone who likes to take time in terms of like getting intimate with a person.
Yeah.
He was like, that's selfish, right? That's selfish. You can't be taking your time with me. I've poured out myself to you. I've done so much for you. We've all been hurt. Why do you act special? And
so now you feel like you owe him.
I owe him.
Going back to that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the first red flag.
Yes.
Taking the too much thing.
Love bombing. Yeah.
Meeting all your needs, buying you things. Just showing up for you in areas where you need help.
Yes.
And also me seeking a relationship when I'm not at my best, when I'm not okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And the isolation part of it, how did it play out?
The isolation part, oh gosh, that was a big part.
Oh, because already you had isolated yourself because you were not at your best. So I'm sure you celebrated that.
We can even label it as a red flag.
Yeah.
So what happened is that he would say, I had 2 roommates. I was in a 3 sharing space because it was a student accommodation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I had 2 roommates, and then he would be like, I don't know if your roommates have your best interests at heart. I think they're jealous of you.
Oh,
you have such a good man.
The textbook. Yeah.
Yes, he would, my friend. Yeah. Guess what? And then my roommate would walk in and he would be on some, oh, you look stunning, you're beautiful, you look so amazing, you're gorgeous, you...
But you just said all of the wrong...
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes!
Okay.
So that was another one, isolating you from the support system. And also, he started also somehow getting contacts from my phone. Like, for example, he would take me inappropriate pictures and then he would say, if you misbehave, I'm going to send this to your parents.
I mean, honestly.
Yes. Then he started to befriend my friend.
Manipulative.
It's manipulative, it's vindictive,
Yes.
it's evil. So basically, yes. I think also that forms part of the control in a way that he would say, do this for me. And then if it's a no, for example, he felt entitled.
Yes.
They feel entitled.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it.
About the entitlement. Yeah, under the characteristics,
Yes, because he felt entitled to my soul, to my body.
Yeah.
I couldn't say no to this person.
Yes.
Therefore, whenever I would try to say no, that's when he would say, remember. You see? And another way he isolated me was that he befriended my best friend back home at the time.
Okay.
And they formed this thing against me. Somehow.
Oh, you were on the outside now.
I was on the outside.
They have a little circle.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Because he was able to get numbers from my phone. So he took the numbers and knew. Obviously they suck all the information about you initially.
Yes.
And this information is going to be very useful for the narcissist in the later stages of the relationship. Then they formed whenever we fight, he's telling her. And now my friend started to believe the worst about me. And he throws me against the wall.
Hey, bro. You go back. Low key, I'm like, girl.
You realize that something is off.
Okay.
Also, there's that hope that this person is gonna change. Yes. So when you're so depleted, he will leave you. But after a while, he knows that you are rebuilding. Then you come back to take that life force out of you again.
At what point in your relationship did you see Horman Norman? There's something wrong here. At what point did you literally identify that something wasn't right?
Here's the thing, I was always walking on eggshells with this narcissist. He's called a malignant narcissist. This is the most dangerous narcissist. Malignant. They will unalive you.
They guys, malignant.
What today? Yes, I've been with a COVID narcissist and a malignant narcissist. The malignant narcissist will abuse you, including physically. Yes. Okay. But the covert narcissist is the most dangerous type because he destroys your soul low key. Just
covert.
Yes.
Okay. Malignant and covert.
Malignant is the type that will unalive you any day.
Yeah.
The environment in relationship with the malignant narcissist is very unstable. 1 minute he's happy, the next minute he's hitting you, the next he's crying, the next he's doing something to himself, self-harming, the next he's laying hands on you, the next he wants to get intimate. It's such a roller coaster.
Okay.
Yes.
My head is spinning.
I know, friend.
I was asking you, at what point did you see that something was not right?
Oh, yes.
Then you started, telling us about the malignant and the covert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I forgot to mention that I had so much joy when I first met them because obviously he's promising to marry me. He's promising to fix all the mistakes that the previous partner did, and he's showing up for me. Suddenly I have a life now. I go to gym, I go to class. So I had so much joy in this relationship.
Yes.
Therefore, I was blind to the red flags.
Okay.
It got to a point. For me, it took one moment to realize that something was off. But even then, I doubted my own reality because of all the good that had happened in the relationship. Yes. Okay. So what happened is that we're on campus and then I see a guy on campus. So because I started to exercise, he put me on a diet and he was my personal trainer, my first ever personal trainer.
Yes.
We used to go to gym together and he's into fitness and everything.
Okay.
Yes. Now a guy sees me on campus like, hey Keletso, what's up? I was with him. As soon as we were on the way, he started to fight me to say, you belong to me. Why are you entertaining other guys? I'm like, no, but then he was just greeting, saying he hasn't seen. I mean, I know this guy from class. And I was even like really nonchalant about it to say, I didn't even think of that guy like that. So I didn't think it was a biggie. I'm always with him. He has access to my phone. I can't possibly be cheating on this person. Like, no, don't be ridiculous. What is this? It was just like an innocent hug, or I don't know if it was a hug or what. Also, it happened many years ago. And we get to so now he starts losing it. Remember I said 1 minute he's calm, the next he's throwing his hand in the air. I became so famous in the sense because of this tantrums at the complex everywhere. Like I was always known as that girl who is with this man, this violent person. So we get to his place. Still we are cooking, we get there, we are cooking, but as we are cooking, as we are doing everything, still he's going crazy about this thing. It got too much for me, and eventually I was like, you know what? I've been explaining myself and I feel like you're not getting it. It's going over your head. I can't do this anymore. In fact, I feel suffocated because it was subtle. I used to have a subtle feeling of like, wow, I don't have autonomy. I'm codependent on this person. I can't move independently. And I don't know if I was quite happy with that, but then I would quickly override it by all the good that was happening in the relationship.
Okay.
So then I told him, I can't keep on explaining myself. I can't do this anymore. So I walked out. As I walked out, he followed me. I didn't realize that he was following me. As I leave the door and now I'm on the corridor, walking to my room. I was just a few doors away from
Where he stayed.
Yeah. So now I'm heading to my room. My roommates were there. And literally he ran, he picks me up and he throws me against the wall.
Hey, bro.
And I wasn't ready. You know when you're not just
man.
minding your own business and you're not expecting, you're defenseless. You're not expecting that someone is coming after you. I just hear someone grabbing me quickly and he just threw me there and I just lost my mind for seconds. Literally, I think I screamed once and I couldn't cry. I just screamed once and that was it. And then I just quickly got up and I just ran to my room. And as I ran to my room, literally this person walked in. And as he walked in, he's crying. He is crying. He was doing something with my feet. I don't know if he was massaging my feet or what.
Yeah.
He's the victim now.
Yeah.
He is the victim now and he's crying.
Keletso.
My roommates were like, what happened? Because I don't know how I looked in that moment. But they could tell something was not right. And as they're busy trying to understand what's happening to me, already he was on the floor crying. And now we were like managing him now. Now it's about like, who made me do it? Why did you make me do it? Why did you walk out on me? Yeah. That was the moment I knew something was off. Did I walk away? No. No. Because now I started to believe, yes,
you really did. I did make him do it.
Yes.
That's why you said they make you question.
Yes. You will question your own sanity. Yeah. So that was the light bulb.
Then you
moment.
saw something was wrong.
Something was wrong. However, I'm now so deep inside this relationship. I mean, how do I just bounce back? My life depends on this person. This is a person who wakes me up in the morning. So I couldn't just up and leave.
Yeah.
Yes. And I loved them at that point. I think you grow to love your abuser. Judging from outside, it's never going to make sense.
It's not. Friend, tell me now that we've spoken about the characteristics. We've spoken about how the narcissist actually made you feel.
Yes, friend.
We've spoken about him isolating you from your support system.
Yes.
And then we also spoken about that moment when you felt like there was something
off
that is not right here,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Now tell me, what was that breaking point for you? What made you feel like, you know what, I am done, I am leaving?
Yes.
What was that point?
A lot of things happened that made me realize that something was off.
Yeah.
Which led to this moment now.
Yes.
So what happened is that, also another thing, this is also a sign of toxic relationships. There's going to be breaking up, getting back together.
Yeah.
Breaking up, getting back together.
Yes.
And when we're in that cycle, what it means is that you realize that you are bad for each other. You realize that something is off.
Okay.
I had tried to break up with him a few times. But then because you are codependent, because also there's that hope that this person's gonna change. Yes, this person's gonna change. They just have to do a little bit of counseling. And there were good times also. There were good times. Also they future fake. I mean, he said he has my ring, or he's gonna have my ring next year. If I walk out, I mean, what does this mean?
Maybe he might be the one.
He might be the one. There's that possibility.
Yeah.
Yes, it's what I don't know what that term is called in psychology, where it's you against your thoughts, or reality against your thoughts, where you're like, no man, no, he can't be bad. He did 1, 2, and 3. He's better than so and so and so. Who else is going to do 1, 2, and 3 for me if I walk out on this person? Right? So anyway, it was one of those seasons where we had just broken up, and then I remember he came back into my life. He promised that he was going to do therapy. I remember the cops were looking for him. It was quite ugly. Our last breakup was so ugly that he broke my phones. He had physically abused me. I was sitting at the police station. I didn't have a place to stay. I remember that time. Then eventually I started to find myself again and found myself a place to stay. I was selling wigs. I remember the time I would make wigs from scratch and just rebuilding, you know. And therefore I started to be okay again. And then guess what? He hoovered. We call this thing a hoover, where the narcissist gets rid of you, or you get rid of the narcissist and then he comes back after a season. Maybe when he leaves you, you are so beat down, you are so depleted that you have nothing to serve him with, because a relationship with a narcissist just means that you are serving. You are there at his service because he's entitled, remember? Yes, you are serving him with your body, you are serving him with everything, with the validation and everything. So when you are so depleted, he will leave you. But after a while, he knows that you are rebuilding. Then you come back to take that life force out of you again. He was coming back for one of those, and then I was happy to see him. You know, when you are craving a cold glass of water in a dry land, in a desert.
That's exactly how you feel.
Yes. So I'm glowing. I remember I was on campus. So I told you that everyone knew about this.
Yes.
About this relationship. It was quite loud. And whenever they see me, they will ask, hey, what happened to that crazy? What happened? It was one of those days where I'm on campus minding my own business. I'm happy, probably giggling at his text. And I meet this girl.
Yeah.
This girl is a believer.
Yeah.
And she's one of the reasons why I chose Jesus, right?
Yeah.
She's one of the biggest reasons, because she saved my life. At this point, the narcissist was now even having money, because he had just started a program whereby he was earning a lot of money. So he was going to have more power over me. I was going to marry the narcissist sooner or later. That was going to be bad news for me and my son and my family, everyone involved. And then she asked me, what happened? I know you were homeless a few weeks ago.
Yes.
How did you bounce back?
My friend, just for context, right? I want you to just explain a little bit. The story when he threw you on the wall.
Yes, friend.
You were in a dorm with sharing with. It was the three of you, right? Now, when you say you were at the police station homeless, take us through that. Were you no longer staying at the res, or was it the new year now in January? Were you still waiting to be placed to go back to school? What was happening with that situation? Yes.
That's a very good question, friend, because I left out the story. I thought you was going to drag and drag and
drag. We need context.
In fact, it's going to help a lot.
Yeah.
In terms of explaining why I had broken up, there was this huge breakup, and then followed by, I guess, making up.
Yes.
And then which led me to a point where I knew I had to leave, right?
Okay.
So, leading to the breakup.
Yeah.
This is now December.
Leading to the final breakup.
Leading to the final breakup.
Okay.
This is now December time, and as you would know, in most reses or student accommodations, you would have to evacuate.
Yes.
Take out all your stuff and then come back again to be placed. I was on the waiting list for the following year.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So he had this one friend.
Yeah.
This friend is also a very, very good character in the story. John, I'll just call him John for the purpose of the story.
Okay.
John Wick. Yes. Sounds good.
Hysteria.
Okay. I don't care what the narc will do. John will say it is your fault. It was always my fault. John was the flying monkey.
The friend.
That one. I don't care. He won't hear the story. He won't stick around to hear the details.
So the friend was the perfect one.
No.
You were the villain.
I was the villain. I was the friend.
John.
Hence, I call him the flying monkey. Flying monkeys are people that the narcissist, more like they're in their harem. These are people that serve the narcissist.
Ice boy. John was the ice boy.
He was the ice boy.
My goodness.
I don't think he was even aware of it. I thought they were just close friends. But he would always somehow invalidate how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And he would say, it's your fault. Why are you the problem? You are the problem. You need to get your act right. You provoked him. You brought out the worst in him. I know this guy. He loves you. He's always talking about you. He's done so much for you. This is John. So John was not in race. So John says, hey, my guy, since they were very close. So we're forced to evacuate. John has a place outside of the student accommodation.
Yeah.
He has his own flat.
Yeah.
Here's the keys. What's the problem? So my guy would take the keys, and then he also offered me to say, you can leave your stuff here and then go home.
Yes.
He didn't have a family.
The
narcissist did not have a family.
Maybe he lied to you about not having a family?
He believed me. That story shame I know, because he only reconnected with his mom the year that I was fighting with him. When the cops were looking for him, that's when he looked for his mom.
Yes.
Now, he didn't have anyone to go to during the holidays, and I went home, and which he made me feel bad for.
Yeah.
He made me feel bad for that, because what happens is that he would call everyone, and if I don't answer, that's it. So what happened is that one night, I was out in December. We used to have this tradition back then. every 31st of December we go out
Yes.
with friends. It's some kind of a school reunion.
Yes, okay.
Right?
Right.
So he knew about that. I wasn't hiding anything from him.
Yeah.
Therefore, I told him only once on the 31st of every December. This is where I am. So what happened is that obviously the music gets loud and everything. Maybe he tried to call me and couldn't get a hold of me. Started calling even my cousins. I didn't even know he had my cousins. And his voice at this point is changing.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Mr. Chidi? He's cheating. Like he's out of control.
Oh my goodness, he's crying now.
He's crying.
He's crying, baby.
He's crying. Like he used to have like lose control over his emotions. And I believe this is a thing with most narcissists, especially the malignant type.
Yes.
Yes. And eventually I had to leave. So that's me now leaving the party because I needed to make him happy. And he said to me on the phone, I'm going to destroy your life. If you're not here by, he gave me a date to say, if you're not here by this day, just consider your life destroyed.
Oh, Shabella TV too much.
Right?
That's for real, he meant it.
I didn't think he meant it. I was just like, oh no, he misses me, he's lovesick. I just thought, you know,
victim. That's
yes. And I thought also, I felt bad for him. I remember that Christmas, I was like, he doesn't even have a family. I need to be there for him. Being threatened that he's going to do something crazy, I pick up quickly the following day. I'm on the way.
You are leaving your small son?
Yes, my son is about a couple of months old.
Hey, okay.
He's a couple of months old.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm not thinking straight. I'm feeling sorry for the abuser person to say he doesn't have a family. He probably misses me. I reason around it to say I don't think he'll do anything crazy. He was just threatening, empty threats.
Yeah.
I get there. No, he's acting normal, just down, but acting normal. I'm just thinking, oh, he's not okay, you know. Sharp. Until this person has deregistered my studies.
Deregistered?
Yes, he had my passwords. I told you we did everything together. He deregistered my studies. He deregistered my res application.
Like, only that much power?
He had. He had, friend. He had all my stuff, my passwords. Anyway, that night we had issues. Always eggshells.
Yeah.
We had issues always. The next minute was not guaranteed whether we were going to be good or not. We got there, cooked together. Everything was fine. We were happy to see each other. Then later on we had fights, but minor fights, nothing hectic yet.
Yeah.
Following day, that's when he went all hectic on me.
Yeah.
Like entitlement was always the biggest thing. I don't know what was happening then, but we were having some kind of issue. I think I was holding back because I had seen so many red flags that I stopped seeing him, finding him attractive.
Yes.
Because I'd seen so much darkness in him. I was now like, okay, I know I care for this person. I want to be here for him. I feel sorry if I go, he will be destroyed. Already I can see that his life is shaky. Yeah. Now, but I know that I'm no longer attracted to him. I'm like, am I dating a monster or what? So now I'm confused. I already know something is off. And therefore my body is just rejecting this person. Okay. And he would sense it and then he would fight. So that night it got very ugly at John's place. It got so ugly around 2 a.m. He threw out my stuff. He threw everything out and I thought, oh, this is an answered prayer. And I remember when I was in that situation, I was so strong. I think it's the flight of fight hormone. I would never stick around and cry and just like make a big deal out of it. I would just pack up, keep it moving. Yeah. Yes. So that's what I did. I went to the police station, stayed there for like a couple of days because I didn't have anywhere else to go at the time.
So did he hit you there?
Yes.
When you say the following day he hit you?
He hit me that night. Yeah. He was ugly there.
And John was not there.
John had given us the keys to say use my house because I'm away.
Yes.
Therefore, we had the place to ourselves, and it got so ugly that night. That's when he was threatening to send the pictures to my dad. We fight him for the phone now. Takes the phone, throws it on the floor. The phone is completely gone, and this was my second phone. He had thrown my phone again. Yeah. When we were upstairs, and he was threatening again to send my pictures to my boss at the time, because I used to do vacation work during my studies. Yes. He would say, "Oh, I know I'm the one who applied for the job for you. I know that lady. I've sent her emails on your behalf. I'm going to send her your stuff." Yep. Yep. So now the phone is gone and we're still fighting. He's hitting me, he strangles me, like he will do all sorts of things to me at night. That I screamed so loudly, and now because it was a commune. Obviously there were other people. And one thing with narcissists is that they always want to appear like they've got it under control, especially to people that don't know them.
Yeah.
He was new there. So he thought, you know what, you're gonna get me into trouble. I don't live here. Please, the only thing, I need to throw you out. I don't need you here anymore. And that's when he discarded me. And I thought an answered prayer, because I had tried to leave so many times and couldn't. Because he would say, if I can't have you, then nobody else will have you. Therefore, I needed to stay there. And packed up, went to the police station, all good. When I get to campus, I was told, you're not a student, you are not in res.
This is now January.
This is now January, yes. Because I know I stayed a couple of days at the police station.
Yes.
Then I thought, let me go and register on campus since I'm here. Then go back home to stay there until the schools reopen.
Yes, because normally tertiaries, they open around February. Okay, so the whole of January, you were still trying to sort out your
my
stuff.
registration.
Yes.
That's when I was told, you're not a student, we don't see you on the system, you're not recognized, we have proof. You've decided to deregister your studies. In order for you to be re-registered, we need some kind of police involvement to say this is what happened. Already the cops are looking for him. He ran off at this point. Yes. And now, okay, I had to go back and open another case against him. It's just messy at this point. I'm on survival at this point. I don't even know, my friend. Do you wanna steer the conversation a bit so that we can?
Now that you ended up registering.
I ended up registering with the cops' involvement. I needed to have some kind of proof
to prove that this guy was the one that deregistered you.
Yes.
Hence, okay.
But now, res, I was no longer considered because we know limited space is limited.
This guy now is messing with your future.
He's messing with my future.
And he had you for a week. He broke your phone. He threatened to send your boss your news.
He hit me. Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Everything, right?
Yes.
Because you trusted him at that point.
Yes, friend.
Right? So this was your breaking point.
This was my breaking point.
You never.
I hope this was my breaking point.
Okay.
I hope this would be.
Did you go back? Did you go back?
Guess who went back? Guess who went back?
Oh my gosh.
To that relationship and was glowing during the first few days of reconnecting. Yes. Anyway, I went through my stuff, left the police station.
Okay. No judging, right, guys? Low key, I'm like, girl.
Let me judge myself. When I think about it in hindsight, I'm just like, how dumb do you have to be?
No, but you were not dumb too. You remember you were love bombed, you were this, you were that. You explained it you explained everything, right?
Yes.
So at this point, remember this is also a safe place where people can talk about the experiences. It's just that
it's a lot to process. Okay. Guess who went back?
Wow, okay.
Anyway, I gave myself time to recover, to get my own place. I remember I sold a few more weeks. Literally, I had to go to Pick and Pay, friend. I got aggressive with myself because I needed money ASAP and pay rent. I was able to make like some kind of an arrangement with a property owner. He rented me a room to share with another lady, and I promised to say, hey, I'm gonna give you this much, and when my bursary pays at a later stage, I will. Just let me pay like 1,000 rands a month or something until my stuff is sorted out months later. So that was the arrangement. So now I'm having my stuff
now.
Yes.
Okay.
But my things are coming together.
Right.
Yes. I'm now registered. All is well, and I'm like, I've moved on. God is kind. He took me out of that relationship. All is well. Yes. One morning I was sleeping at my new place. Guess who knocked while I was still sleeping? I think it was around 8 on a Saturday.
The narcissist.
He's the narcissist.
Mr. Y. Or give Mr. X.
Can you just name him?
Let's just call him Mr. X for the purpose of
Mr. X. Mr. X is at my door and I'm in bed. Guess who opens the door, my friend?
True.
Guess who's happy to see this person? Just guess, a half guess. Open for him. Am I not happy? Am I not happy to see this person? The longing, just the even thinking, no, I was wrong about this. I think it was a it's almost like also you become so forgetful, or you have selective memory. I don't know what happens when you remember the good. You're like, this is the man, this is the guy that got me out of bed. This is the guy that put me on a diet. This is the guy that made sure I got a job or whatever. You remember only the good. Yes. And we literally just hit the ground running. Like nothing ever stopped, my friend. Like, everything was amazing, friend. And now what happens is that I dropped the charges. I remember they were so concerned about me, and they were saying this is the reason why GBV prevails in South Africa, because we have women like you
who dropped the charges. And what did you feel at that point when they said that? when you were just...
I couldn't be bothered. I was like, these people are the problem.
But how long did the honeymoon last, Tsholo?
This time around though, things were different. I left before the abuse, the cycle starts again.
Nice. That's what we want to hear.
It was not my decision though. Someone had to decide on my behalf.
Okay.
And I'm forever grateful to that lady.
Okay.
What happens is that we're just reconnected and we are promising each other that we're gonna do therapy, couples therapy, like couple goals. You know those beautiful things we see on the movies.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my life.
Yeah.
Everything felt better. So now I'm on campus, I'm happy, like I had this glow about me. And that lady asked me, what's up? And I'm like, oh yes, Mr. X is back. He's promising to do therapy. We've progressed so much. He's not abusing me anymore. He promised with his life, okay? And he's gonna marry me. Because at this point, he had just started a new job. This guy was going to be moneyed and he's great. He was gifted in that area. Yeah. In fact, right now as we speak, he could be overseas somewhere. Yes. I was told he drives AMGs.
Killing it.
So I knew that I have a bright future secured with this person. But that girl was like, you know what? First of all, you have a child. In case somebody needs to remind you, you have a purpose too. And that man is going to kill you if you stick around. Leave now. And I think that's when it hit home when I knew that I needed to leave because I thought of my son. I think I just needed that reminder that I had a child who was depending on me. And that was my exit door.
So suddenly the future is not that bright.
Suddenly the future is not that bright. I started to see it for what it is.
All right, friend. Thank you so much for just being very vulnerable with us. So vulnerable. Hi, so what's my John? Hey, I'm thinking about it and I don't know if I would have survived.
Sure. You are fighting a losing battle. You're always going to lose if you're going to engage the narcissist.
Okay. You had to take yourself back to the origin of who you belong to. Guys, it's getting a bit intense in here, but the most important thing that I wanted to highlight is that as much as we've been talking about all the other stuff that are on the negative side, we're gonna delve a bit on the healing, right? On how did healing look like after you went through all of that reality check. How was healing? How did you? Hey,
your friend, it's a lot.
Hey, so did you unlearn some things? Were there beliefs that you had to unlearn while you were healing?
Yes.
And what did healing look like after that roller coaster of a relationship? How did you navigate the healing part? What was your in-betweens? And what also helped you rebuild trust?
Sure, friend. I'm probably still working on that part.
On the trust part.
On the trust part, yes.
Yeah.
And healing for me, my journey was very sporadic. It didn't happen immediately.
Yeah.
Upon leaving the relationship, I started to, in a way, it's like I was celebrating my freedom, my sense of freedom. Suddenly now, I belong to myself. I no longer belong to this person because he used to say, you might be, I made you. You belong to me, and I believed it. It made sense because of how I was when he found me. Yeah. So suddenly, I'm my own self. So I became so rebellious, friend. Okay. I went through a season of just doing the craziest of things. I started acting out of character, extreme stuff, my friend.
Is it now because you're finding yourself, or?
Subconsciously, I was celebrating my freedom, but I became so extreme in my approach that. Literally every single hectic, crazy, self-harming thing you can think of, I went through it for years, friend. For years, because I was like, wow, I belong to myself. I get to do whatever I want. At whatever time I want to. And another thing I needed to unlearn was over-explaining myself. Okay. Because of how the relationship was so unstable. 1 minute the next we're fighting and I have to explain because I'm always the problem. And I was always constantly over-explaining myself. No, that was not my intention. No, this is not what I meant. So I started doing that even with normal people. I think I'm still healing from that even. And the funny thing is that I always get people who would say, don't explain it. And then I'll still feel bad and I really want to explain. And they'll say, no, don't explain. But I want to explain.
Yeah, because it's a trauma response, right?
It's a trauma response.
Yes, you always over explain with me as well,
right?
And I thought it's. I mean, everyone, somehow we grow up and then we over explain. Right. It's one of the people pleasing traits when you have to explain yourself. But I saw some way where they say one of the things that if you want to do, like if you want to set boundaries in your life,
yes,
you must just say no. It's a full sentence.
Thank you.
Don't even try to explain why. And that's power, right?
That's power. That's power. But because I was always the villain, remember?
Yes. Yeah,
I automatically always think I'm guilty in every situation.
Yeah.
Hence, I would say, let me clear the air, let me explain, because I know you automatically think I'm bad. Because I was wired to believe that I was always the problem and the cause.
And you also don't want to be hit again, Tsholo. You don't want to be abused, and so that's why the over-explaining also comes in, because you want him to get your perspective.
Yes, friend, yes.
But I mean, the reality is he never, right? He just
He won't get it. He won't get it. Hence, he'll go on for hours and hours. And another thing was sleep. Sleep deprived. They'll deprive you of sleep. Most of the time, they'll start this fight at night. You will always be sleep deprived, and this makes you very vulnerable and easy to be abused because you are tired. You're not at your best. You don't care. You're just like, abuse me so I can go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my friend, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, friend.
Yeah.
Thank you, friend. No.
Whatever John, XY, more about thing.
You have Johnny, and Johnny, he doesn't want to hear.
Yeah,
I'm just the problem, and because I'm a very bubbly person, I failed to say yes. Maybe I laughed at a joke I wasn't supposed to laugh at. Maybe I'm too loud. Maybe. Yes, I know. I must have done something. I'm clumsy. I lose stuff. I drop stuff. So surely it's something that I started to believe that even about myself.
Yeah.
So for me, the true healing started after my mental breakdown.
Yes.
Because for years I just kept on going. I didn't sit with myself. I just found soothers by doing time things, doing crazy stuff. And I kept going and going. I wouldn't sit to think about what had just happened. I didn't seek therapy immediately.
Yeah.
I just thought, you know what? The only thing that's real to me right now is that I'm not with the abuser. And that's enough. I don't care about the rest. Yeah. I actually started to be an abuser as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I started to basically assume the worst. I would meet a partner and I project. So everything that he did, I would assume he's going to do it. When they start showing me love, you are my worst enemy. Yes, because to me it's like, when they do this, I know where this is going. So I went through a cycle of dating people, different people, but I was always constantly the problem.
I see. Okay. So one of the things that you mentioned that you had to unlearn was to stop over-explaining yourself.
Yes, friend.
Right?
Yes, friend.
And then can you get us into the unlearning part? Because I think maybe let's get more into the stuff that you had to unlearn, so that friend, our viewers also can have some sort of a guidance or steps on how did you what are the steps that took for you to unlearn, let's say, over-explaining yourself?
Over-explaining.
Yeah, it's one of those things where when I send you a text, you would write a paragraph this big, right? And then you would delete, and then you would say, "Hi, Tsholo, I won't be able to come." Done. Right? That thing has power. Remember, but power is where now you write a paragraph and you delete it, and then you just write one word and then you are done. So did you find yourself doing such things?
I did, friend. I did, friend. And I think for me, healing also came when I started to heal even in other areas. For example, revisiting my childhood, because I believe that me having unhealed trauma was the first thing that made me fall at the hands of the abuser. It made me an easy target. So I think holistically I started to work on my mental health holistically. Including the narcissistic relationship. I did extensive years in therapy. I was even admitted at some point, friend. At some point I was in admission for like about 3 weeks. And also taking care of my spirit and also just starting to have like a healthy sense of self-worth, like you say. I was created by God. I belong to God. I don't belong to this man. Yes, he did 1, 2, and 3 for me. And I had to think of it like this, to say, yes, he might have helped me. He might have saved me at the time. But what if it was God's providence So I started to convince myself to say, no, actually, God was in it too. I belong to Him. He created me for His pleasure and for His glory. Therefore, I don't belong to this person.
Yes, you belong to God.
I belong to God.
Yes.
Yes.
To say you are God's child.
I'm God's
God
child.
will never forsake you.
Yes, friend.
So you had to take yourself back
Yes.
to the origin of who you belong to.
Yes. And that talks about dependence as well. Most of us who stay in abusive relationships is that we believe that without the abuser, without the narcissist, we cannot make it. That, in fact, that's the lie they preach to you initially by solving all your problems. Remember, they want to solve all your problems.
Yeah.
Therefore, when they solve all your problems, it creates dependence. How do you then walk away because you already depend on them? You can't fathom that you would be okay without them.
Yeah.
They paying your bills, they buying you expensive cars, or they just helping you in whatever area where you are needy. Therefore, you start to see them as the provider, as the source in your life. So I needed to start to think of myself like that, to say you don't owe him anything.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if I would have survived
Sure, friend.
all of that. Really, I really don't think I would have survived. But when it took a lot, strength, everything, right?
A lot.
Now, what would you say to all the listeners there that think, you know, after watching this podcast, I might be in a narcissistic relationship, right? But because I have kids, there's assets involved. This person is actually my spouse. There's so many things. I'm married in community of property. Living is like the last thing.
Right.
How do you have like coping mechanisms for people that are in this but they cannot leave as yet?
Friend.
What would you know, tell them? What are the coping things that maybe you can think of from the top of your head on how to navigate this?
Experts always say the best way, honestly, to deal with a narcissist, it is to leave, cut off, no communication whatsoever. And I've skipped NCR, no communication rule. With a narcissist, you are fighting a losing battle. You're always going to lose if you're going to engage the narcissist.
Okay.
So the best thing, honestly, to do is to leave. Experts always say, if you can, leave.
Okay.
But you also have to be mindful of the fact that there are people that already have a life with the narcissist. They have kids, they're sharing things. I mean, I was on my way to marrying the narcissist. I don't think it would have been that easy for me to just walk away. If I was already having his children and there's so much involved, there's families involved. So in that case, I think really just thinking from personal experience. I don't know. Sometimes you have to agree with the narcissist even if you don't agree.
Okay.
Just for the sake of peace. Just for the sake of peace.
Is that now what is called that stonewalling thing where you don't even react to what they're saying as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Because the narcissist always wants supply, even if it's negative. They want attention even if it's negative.
Okay.
So they want to know that they're driving you crazy. They want to know that.
So friend, how do you now agree to that? Like, how do you
I feel the narcissist is superior. He's always right. This person is the God, the Alpha and Omega. Let them have it, even if you don't necessarily agree. Because sometimes a fight will start just because you disagreed with something they said. Next thing they blowing things out of proportion.
I see where you're going. Okay.
So for the sake of peace, just note and move on with your life. Number 2, stonewalling is a big one. Because the aim of the narcissist is to control you. How do they control you? By knowing that they can get a reaction out of you. They can provoke you to a point where they can get a reaction out of you. Even if it's negative, they just want to know it's got to be something. There has to be something for the narcissist to work with. So if they can drive you crazy, that's a win for the narcissist. If suddenly they say something or drop something, on your lap, something traumatic, something crazy, and then it ruins your day, his day is made. Because that he feeds on that energy. So don't give him energy. So don't react, don't entertain his games. Just be even boring if you can. Be boring to the narcissist. Because when you are boring to the narcissist also, they will even turn around and be the one to discard you and say, there's no longer anything here. I don't get admiration. I don't get to control her emotions. There's nothing to work with. They'll find something better outside.
Yes. And also, just to your point, so silence should be like a big thing. It should be a big thing. So women who are in narcissistic relationships, guys who are in narcissistic relationships, their power is silence.
Now, no reaction whatsoever.
Now, no reaction, right? But now, guys, I mean, you can't be in a relationship and always be silent, right?
Yes, friend.
Dito, everything is just gonna now. Dito pakelana, right?
Yes.
So now that means you should have, even though you are maintaining the silence with the narcissist, you should have an outlet
somewhere.
Otherwise, you're gonna go crazy.
Yes, friend.
Right? There has to be a therapist, support structure, support. So it's very important as well that you need to seek support.
Thank you.
Have
friend.
a close circle of people that you can.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, silence would kill a lot of people, right?
My friend, that's a good point.
Yeah.
An outlet. And the first place, honestly, before we even get to silence, before we even get to stonewalling, you mentioned a very brilliant point to say the moment you know there are signs that you are being abused, seeking help is always the best thing.
Yes.
And it's also going to help you for you to even get to that place where you are silent, where you are not reacting. It means that you know what's happening. It means that you've made peace with the fact that I am dealing with a narcissist. There is now therefore no more hope. Because what makes people engage and try, there's hope.
So get that radical acceptance that we spoke about.
Thank you. This is radical acceptance.
My goodness. So this is the radical, you have to accept and say there's no hope. This person will never change.
There's no hope.
That's when you can start working on the other stuff.
And it gives you so much peace. The Bible says hope deferred makes the heart sick. Meaning that if you keep on hoping for something that doesn't happen, it dries up your bones.
Yes.
Honestly, it makes your heart sick. And when your heart is like your life force.
Yes.
If your heart is sick, how much more is your body going to be sick?
Yeah.
Therefore, the moment you accept to say, I am not dealing with a person that can change. In fact, this is a very, very big point.
Yeah.
Don't try to seek help. Don't try with them. If you go for counseling, don't rope them in.
Don't go for couples counseling.
That's the worst mistake ever.
You are on your own, right?
Because they're going to turn even the counselor against you. The therapist is going to take their side because these people are very highly manipulative. You are going to be the problem there.
Yeah.
They are going to triangulate you against the therapist. I didn't talk about triangulation. It's also another tactic they use. It's a huge one.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it.
Yes.
Now, if you seek counseling, don't invite the narcissist. Please don't. It never ends well.
Yeah.
I have a friend that she, a long time ago, found herself in a relationship like this. She felt so invalidated because literally they get there and she suddenly is the problem. And they agreed with each other. And suddenly she's the villain in the story.
Wow.
It never works.
It
never works.
Hence we need that support structure as well, to validate everything.
Thank you.
To whatever that you're feeling, you need validation from your support. From your circle of support.
Because they know that if you are isolated, there is no way you are going to leave. Those guys are gifted. But if you have a friend that can see things, or a sister, or anybody that can see things for what they are, obviously they're going to pull you to the light. But if you're alone, how else are you going to? Because already you would be questioning your sanity. In-Betweens. I think we need a glass of water because this is getting it's getting out of hand.
Keletso.
Getting out of hand.
So okay, we spoke about, so those are basically the tips, right? For someone who cannot leave, what they need to do so that they can be able to, the situation can be bearable, basically. Their day-to-day can be bearable, right? Let's talk about the triangulating, my friend. But before I got there, I just had another thought. I tend to be a bit forgetful and sometimes all over the place. But I just remembered, under surviving with a narcissist, if let's say you can't leave, even if you have left, find a community of survivors, narcissistic survivors. That thing is so healing, child. Most of my healing, probably 90% of my healing, came from literally sitting on YouTube because I couldn't find them in person. I found them on YouTube. I found them on TikTok. And sitting with my friend for hours, just watching even real time, like story times about people that dealt with narcissists, and they always follow the same patterns, and that can be so healing and validating to say, I was not the problem. Healing also starts there. So have a community, even if it's online. Look for, there are so many people who talk about narcissistic relationships. Some even share their personal stories, and it can be so validating and comforting and healing. So let's get to triangulation. Triangulation. Every narcissistic relationship will have some kind of triangulation. You even have parents that triangulate their children, narcissistic parents.
But that's a story for another day.
Okay.
Like they can turn you against the other child. Or if the other one, let's say you are two siblings, if today you are doing well, then
it's all about
they celebrate you. They idealize you. You are ideal. You are admirable.
Yeah.
Yes, for a season.
Yes.
And as soon as you, obviously life has seasons. As soon as you hit like some kind of a low, then they start to give love and admiration and attention and praising to the other child.
So they remove it completely from you. Well, once you are not so when they give it to the other child, no affection whatsoever.
In fact, they devalue you.
Oh wow!
They devalue you. It's not like they just ignore you. Or even by ignoring you, they are devaluing you. But then you are not great anymore, and they'll make you feel it.
Sure.
The other person, the other sibling now gets all the love. So we have parents like that. So it can take any form, really, even at work.
Even at work.
Yes. But in the relationship, oh gosh, triangulation is a big one. I remember initially when this was supposed to be one of the red flags.
Yes.
But I didn't think of it then.
Yeah.
But now what happens is that a narcissist will always be entertaining multiple people because of how they need excessive amount of love. There's a bottomless cup.
Okay.
And you're only one. There's no way you're going to fill all their needs for admiration.
Okay.
So it's either they'll break up with someone, an ex, and they like to keep their exes in the harem.
Yes.
In the harem, you'll find new people, you'll find exes, they never really let go of people. They just keep you there and then they hoover you after a season.
Yeah.
Yes. When you have recovered and you have now the juices and you start to give them that positivity and whatnot.
Yeah.
So so initially I remember when I had met him, he started saying, comparing me to the ex. This is how triangulation can also show. When they start comparing you in a good light. I think we had just met. And then suddenly he's, so basically he's still idealizing me to say, oh, you're so better than so and so. Oh, she was horrible. She was cheeky. You are so sweet. You listen to me. You actually listen to me. Even when I ask you to wear something, you wear it. She wouldn't listen. She was horrible. She was like this and this and that. So now basically, he's comparing me to her, so it's a triangle.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now what happens is that after a while, then he started to talk to her.
Yes.
He started to talk to her.
Yeah.
And what this did is that it's a triangle, meaning that when he's talking to her, obviously he would be telling her about me.
you. Now you're
now I'm the villain.
Yes.
Now I'm devalued, and in that season, I'm no longer that it girl. She is now. At least my ex appreciated me. At least this, because there's going to be a season where they think you're the most useless person ever. And this comes after they drain the life force out of you.
Yeah.
They will drain everything out of you, and when you are dry, then they'll go entertain someone else and they'll say, you are the problem, you don't appreciate me. Yeah. And another thing is that what it does is that triangulation is that the moment they say, oh, this girl wants me, they can use anybody, even if it's like a colleague. Oh, can you believe this colleague? Gosh, she's obsessed with me. Obviously, that's triangulation in the sense that now you're like, oh, you know, competition.
Yes.
And then
you want to do more.
Thank you. I was going there. Thank you, friend. You start performing.
Yeah.
Then when you perform, you're doing what? You are serving him. You're giving him supply. He wins.
Yeah.
So that's what triangulation looks like. Sure.
Wow. Okay. All right. You heard the story from the lady who actually relived the whole traumatic experience of navigating the narcissistic relationship. Now, in our podcast, we like to leave things on a high note, or we like to leave things on strength, not trauma, right? So I just want to ask you a question, my friend. How has this experience changed the way you love yourself today?
Wow.
All of this experience, everything you went, how has it changed how you love yourself?
Yes.
How you value yourself?
Yes, friend.
How has it,
Sure, friend. I like to say I used to live like a city without gates.
Okay.
No boundaries whatsoever. Anyone can come. Right now as you speak, at my house, even if I go for a date whatsoever, no one enters this door. No man enters this door.
Yes.
And they know.
Yeah.
They just know. Yes, the narcissists, obviously I still meet them and they trying to push the boundaries and even block me afterwards, but then I just let them.
Yes.
No matter how much I like them. Because some of them are actually really, really likable people. So now I'm willing to say, you know what, walk if you have to, but you're not going to cross this line.
Yes.
I'm not a city without a gate anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very that word.
Yeah.
I'm sure yes. And
Territorial. You are game.
Yes, friend.
You're not human, true.
And the word is there.
Yeah, you're protecting your space.
I protect you.
I'm protecting your space.
Yeah. They even call me selfish. They'll say you are selfish, you don't know how to love. You know, the other girls would let me in or whatever, and I don't care. You see, that's triangulation again. So now I don't fall for the tactics. Also, what it does for me is that I take my time in the dating space.
Yes.
So I value myself. I feel like I have a lot more to lose now. Back then, I would just throw myself away because I felt like I had nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So now I feel like I invest so much more in myself. I love myself more, so that I won't just allow anybody to come and have their way with me, because I really have a lot to lose, and I value myself.
Yeah.
And what it looks like in dating is that I have some hectic boundaries. I take time, because time always reveals people.
Yes.
Even if it's love bombing, you won't do it for a year. It's gonna expire at some point.
Yeah.
So I give things time, and then time really allows things to unfold, and I get to leave the relationship before I lose myself.
Yes.
Because I'm holding back and allowing time to do the magic.
Now you know all the red flags, you know what to look out for. It's easy for you to recognize from far.
From far, I just know what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
And also, I think it has also helped me to even support ladies that go through something like this.
Yes. That's powerful.
Oh, friend.
That is so powerful. I'm doing the Lord's work, girl.
Friend.
I mean, I'm telling you.
Yeah, through this experience, I got to see that no pain is ever wasted, as long as we allow ourselves to deal with it, to process it, to heal, and then to learn from it.
Yeah.
Because we can't keep on repeating the same mistakes.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes. And then now, what does a healthy relationship look like for you now? When you're looking and you're fantasizing about, oh my God, I want to have that guy.
Yes.
What does it look like? What does he look like in your perfect little bubble?
Yeah, I can believe me, I have a bubble friend. I think I'm a bit extra there.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You know,
I mean,
it's part of self-love, right?
It's part of self-love.
Yeah.
For me, it's speed. Like it's less speed. It's less speed. It's more. In fact, a healthy relationship, I find that the connection grows over time, and it's gradual, right? Even the showing love and affection, the flowers and everything. So like at day 2, they show up at my house with a brand new car. But they still, in a way, a healthy relationship is when, for example, I believe that men love gives, and therefore when a man loves a woman, he wants to give, right? But now, healthy amount of giving, you know, small things like, hey, I was at the store and I got this book for you, you know?
Yeah, kindness as well.
Kindness. Oh, it's Women's Day. Here's flowers for you. Oh, it's a birthday. Let me take you out for ice cream. So it doesn't have to be so hectic and so huge to convince me that this person really loves me.
Yeah.
But I believe that it has to grow gradually, and also we're not rushing things. Also, another thing is that this person has to have something going on for themselves. Because what narcissists do is that once they meet a new supply or a new person, they want to spend every waking moment with you. It's almost like they have nothing to lose on their end. They monopolize your time.
Hey, you guys must get a hobby, please.
Thank you.
They need a hobby.
And if you don't have hobbies, you think it's cute. Hey. But if I do have hobbies, if I have podcasts and it's busy blowing up my phone now, therefore I'm gonna know something is off. But if it's someone who says, oh, I'm also busy, and then later on we touch base to say, oh, hey, how was your day? So it's slower, it's less pushy, respects my boundaries. The moment a person starts questioning your boundaries, you know you have a problem. Another thing is family. If he's trying too hard to impress everybody in your space,
there's a problem.
And it's pushing to meet them ASAP, and it's trying so hard to impress and even build friendships with everybody. I'm not saying it's not always the case, but then you just want to be very careful there, because sometimes they start like that to get everybody on their side, and then when they start abusing you, your own family will be the one gaslighting you and saying go back to the narcissist.
Yes. I mean, we know it's you. It's your fault.
We know it's you.
Yeah, I mean,
you know? And then another thing, I find that a healthy relationship, the connection grows. With a narcissist, it dips.
Okay.
It dips quickly.
Oh.
Because the love bombing thing is like steam paraffin.
Yeah.
It burns out, it's like a flame burns out quickly. But then with a healthy relationship, over time you realize, oh, emotionally we are more connected. Because also narcissists can connect emotionally, even intimacy. The intimacy in a healthy relationship will be completely different from the narcissist. Is just a performance thing. It's just a thing to hook you in. They perform. They just want to show you flames, but it's not like you don't feel the connection. It's not the intimacy. It's just like, oh, this person is showing me flames. Cool. Okay, I'm addicted to this thing, and they hook you.
Yeah.
But then with a healthy relationship, they're going to respect your boundaries and what.
Yeah, no, but this thing of going down too quickly.
Too quickly.
Yeah, it's like Bitcoin going down.
Yes.
Sorry,
you know you're a problem. You know you're a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
So friend, in closing with our questions,
yes,
I would like to ask if you could speak to your past self at the beginning of that relationship, what would you say?
Wow, friend.
Yeah.
Whew, that's a tough one.
It's gonna need a minute, right? Yeah, no, take all the minute you want to.
Yeah,
you know, if you could just speak to your younger self.
I would say, you know what? The next person cannot give you purpose.
Yeah.
The next person, you can't find purpose in the next person.
Yes.
You cannot find joy and happiness from outside.
Yeah.
It has to come from within. And if you don't have it within, then the best thing to do is probably to sit with yourself, get help that you need. Pray, whatever that looks like for you, but then you need to look for answers from within, because you need to live from inside out.
Yes. Not outside.
Yes, because when that collapses, you go back to where you started. When he left me, I broke down again.
Yes.
Therefore, I'd say, when you start feeling like that, please don't go for a relationship. Seek therapy or deliverance, like we spoke about. Therapy, support. You need your friends the most. So I will never, ever, I would say never, ever allow yourself to be isolated from your support system, because at the time I understand I was depressed, and depression also has a way of isolating you. But I would say, in fact, when you feel lower, that's when you need your people the most, because that's when you are more vulnerable and a perfect candidate for the abuse. Yes.
Thank you so much for that, my friend. Thank you. We really appreciate you being vulnerable with us. It took a lot of strength for you to share your lived experience with me, with also the in-betweeners I'm watching. So we would like to say strength to you.
Thank you, my friend.
And we'd like to say that God has always been with you. He's never forsaken you. The reason why you are still here, it's because of His strength.
Hallelujah to that.
Strength. He pulled you out of everything, right?
You, my friend.
That you had to go through. And we want to say that your feelings are valid and you are loved by everyone, including myself. And I will always support you, in this journey of healing. I know it's a long way.
It's a long way.
Every time when you feel like you need to talk, don't forget that the sisterhood is there.
Thank you, friend. I feel like something has healed tonight. Thank you for making time and sitting here and listening to my rambling for like close to 2 hours. Hello.
So in between us, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate it. Today was a bit on the sensitive part, because Keletso had to really be vulnerable with us. But one thing for sure, stay blessed.
Thank you.
Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Until we meet again, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Be kind, guys.
Be kind to each other,
because it took a lot to open up.
I know, right? I know.
Be very, very kind with us.
And please be kind to yourself as well.
Okay, that's powerful.
Whoever is going through a lot, know that you are not alone.
Yes.
Keletso is also here. You can hit us in the comments.
Hello. We leave our email, actually. We need to leave our emails
so that we can also engage.
And walk through this journey with you if you find yourself in a situation like this.
Thank you.
But more than anything, I hope it's going to validate someone.
Yes. You are all valid. Take care of yourselves. Love each other. Love yourself. God bless. Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Thank you.
'Cause you're a sky full of stars.